little fishes, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome to another video. Oh my gosh, guys, this is very serious. This is the video. Who is pumped? All right, today I'm gonna finally tell you guys about my sponsored mermaids and what the heck is going on with that, which is why I'm holding on to a bunch of fabric right now. So before I get started on today's video, I want to take a sec to let you guys know I've decided to do a special sale in my store to celebrate the holiday season. The code is FISHMAS and you can redeem it at shopvancouvermermaid.com, and the sale ends December 25th. Now on to today's video. So for those of you who are like, sponsored mermaids, like who, first of all, who the heck are you even? Like what? So I'm Courtney, I'm the Vancouver Mermaid. I make and sell mermaid tails, okay? Okay, good. We're on the same page? Cool. So basically, a couple months ago, I was like, hey, I need some sponsored girls. That's what's going on. I need to get myself some sponsored mermaids, get the image out there, show people what I can do, and that kind of thing. So, 3 lovely ladies were super interested, and I was like, heck yeah, it's happening, it's on. So along with that, I also decided to make myself 2 new tails. One of them is hanging back there. It's not sewn yet. So what you're seeing there, you're probably like, what the hey now, what? That's just the fabric literally folded over itself. It's just chilling for now. I have yet to get sewing. I have so much, look at this. Look at all this. Can you believe this? This is intense, guys. All right, so what is this? You're like, why? Why does she have? Well, for starters, okay, there are other people who make and sell fabric mermaid tails, just saying. And I'm one of them now. It's very exciting. What we have here is printed fabric. Now, how do I make these? So, this is the question I get asked. Oh, Courtney, how are you doing this? What company are you using? First of all, it's not just like a company that just does it all and it's easy and it's just like the quickest, you know, fastest, simplest thing to do. No. So I actually have a computer and I have a program and I have many, many years of practice as an artist. So I'm actually a professional artist and I use a program called Photoshop and I make all of my designs digitally hand painted, okay, in Photoshop. I take them to a printer. This company, and there's a lot of companies, all you have to do is Google sublimation printing, okay? And you need to get the dimensions. There's a lot of measurements you have to, like a lot of measurements you have to take to make this work. This is not an easy task. So at first I was like, oh, do I really want to tell people how I do it? And then I was like, you know what? It's such a pain in the butt. Nobody else is gonna want to do this. Okay, so there it is. There's the big secret. Now, what does this all look like? Okay, so let's start, I think, who's here? Is this me? This might be me. All right, this is mine. Let me just try and move some of this. Okay, also, I don't dress and look exactly the same. This is probably like my 3rd, 4th video I filmed today looking like this. So yeah, I don't just wear the same shirt and makeup and hair every single day, but I'm going through some stuff and keeping really preoccupied with my mermaid videos is the only way I'm not falling apart. So that's what's going on here in case I seem a little bit more buzzed than usual. Here we go. So this one is mine, I think. We will see. Oh, nope, this is not mine. This is Mermaid Moongazer. So Mermaid Moongazer is one of my new sponsored mermaids. This is, I think this is the back. This might not be the back. This might be the front. I'm not sure. I will have to double check my design. So this is not the whole width of the tail, okay? I have about an extra, like, this much. So this much is extra. I do that just in case that it doesn't line up quite perfectly when they go to print it, so that way when I cut it out, everything just matches up. I can sew it if it's not quite the right size, or she wants it out, or she wants it in. There's some leeway for that. So thinking ahead, okay? So that's the first one. This is based off of an existing design. I'm super excited. I wanted to really make it my own because I don't really like doing something exactly to match what somebody else has already done. You can't really reinvent the wheel, and what she really wanted was a fabric version of her existing silicone tail, and I was like, well, heck yeah. Let me look at what you've got and put my artistic spin on it and see what I can come up with. So the other half is here. This is the other side here. And this is the front, so that was the back. You can tell because this is a lighter underbelly. Here you go. And that's that there. And I'm gonna fold these all up again later because folding is not what you wanna watch me do, right? Okay, next up we have Faith on the base. What is up? Now, okay. When you make a tail, now this is actually a really important point. When you make an orange and or yellow tail, okay, for underwater. Now all the water we swim in is typically gonna be really blue and my battery's gonna die on me. Are you kidding? Meh. Okay, the angle's gonna change, but y'all are gonna have to deal with it, sorry. We're freaking back, okay? Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had enough battery to get through all of these videos, but apparently not. So what was I saying? Yes, Faith on the base, guys. She's one of my sponsored mermaids. And so what I was saying, when you do an orange tail, because we all swim in blue water, you have to know if you're gonna wear an orange slash like yellowy orange tail, you're gonna turn gray underwater. Okay, so what we did for her was an H2O inspired tail, and I upped the saturation on it because I want her to actually show up properly underwater looking good. So here we go. I'm gonna show you what we've got. This is gonna be the back of her tail, okay? So a good portion of this is gonna actually become the waistband. So, but that's, I got a little fake dorsal fin on the back for her. And of course she's using the Mahina. So keep in mind, again, this one's gonna it'll be actually quite tight in there. So this is not gonna be what the whole fluke looks like. And I made it dark like it is on the H2O girls' tails as well. I did my best to match, to make it look like it could fit in their universe. And I think it turned out really well, actually. So that was the back, and this is the front. So the front has a bit more, just disregard the line down the middle. It's just how it came back from the printers. That'll fix itself once the tail's finished. So that's this, and that's that. So I think this turned out, I gave it lots of different kinds of shading and different shades of the brownie orange red and the yellow and the gold, because their tails, because they're actually silicone and with little flecks and sequin, like the little scales that they put on there and everything, they have anyway some three-dimensionality to them. When you're working in fabric, you have to get a little bit more creative. So that's why around the ankles and around the area, you see I have a lot of different shades and things going. We also chose to go with smaller scales for her, so you can take a quick up close and personal look there. Pro tip, if you are a more petite person, if you make your scales a little bit smaller, it will actually increase your scale. So it's kind of hard to explain, but if you're a big girl like me, I'm, you know, 5'10"-ish, give or take. I make my scales a little bit bigger because it actually makes me look smaller when I'm next to other people with scales that are a bit small. It's a weird thing. It's something I actually learned off of a Lord of the Rings special features when they were talking about button sizes, and it was brilliant. Again, the nerd in me was geeking out, but there you go. So that's that one. Now, who do I have here? Oh, okay. So this is Echo's new tail, and I'm stinking excited. So Echo is Tori, and she is a friend slash co-worker of mine, and her tail is gonna be made with the Luna, which is why hers is one big sheet that I can make in half, because the Luna actually fits on one sheet. So this is her tail. It's not showing up as well as I would like. This is the back. My lighting isn't super great in here today because, like I said, it's already nighttime when I'm filming all of this. The saturation is a bit brighter than what you're seeing on the camera here, and that's the back, and then this is the front. So I did like what I did on mine for hers. The underbelly has faded scales because I always try and think like a little bit realistically. The underside, like this area, would be softer because the wet, like the weathering when you would swim to the surface would be on your back, because mermaids swim like this. We don't spend a lot of time floating around on our backs, really, like realistically speaking. So that's why I always make the front side a little bit lighter and the back side a little bit darker. So that's that. And she has a slightly different style scale as well. All the girls have different scales. And that is that. I think this one I'm really excited for. I don't know why I don't make more purple tails. I'm a little bit of a sucker for purple tails. Like I have mine back here, so I'm like, Courtney, you don't need another purple tail. But after I made this one, I was like, I kind of want one now, dang it. And Alfie's just now buried under mermaid tail. Like, you guys seriously have to see this. Okay, look at him, he's down, he's right there. What is he doing? He's so funny. Okay. Okay, and last but not least, and I have been agonizing over this tail for forever. Okay, this is now my brand tail. This is gonna be the last design that I do, and you're laughing at me. Stop laughing at me, but this is the last design that I'm gonna do of green to blue. So I had two printed. One is gonna be for swimming and one is gonna be for show slash gig slash land work, okay? So this is the design. And again, it's gonna be folded in on itself like that. This is the front. So that's the underbelly. All right, green, and it's gonna come down all the way down. You're gonna see there's some texture. There's little dotties, lots of texture, and down to the fluke. There's also texture and dots on the fluke as well. Now, before you get super excited, let me explain to you why I probably won't sell tails with scales this freaking detailed. Because, okay, let's get really close here. Each of these scales has a line, okay? Then it has a highlight and it has a shadow, which didn't show up as well as I would have liked it to, but there is a shadow in there. And I have to, in order to achieve this effect, I actually have to make every row of scales on a separate layer. So this file is so big. My computer, the fan comes on, everything starts chugging. It's like the hardest thing to watch. I feel like I'm slowly killing my machine. So until I can get an upgrade, a computer sort of upgrade, I don't think I'll sell tails with this scale style. I will keep them the style, my original style with those scales for now, because this is just like, this is an experiment essentially, and though I think it did turn out really well, I am just scared to break my computer doing this. So this is the back, and as you can see, I really pushed the green this time, but I really wanted to have it dark. I really wanted it to look like weather beaten on the back, because like, I'm an older mermaid now. Like, I've been doing this, not like, yes, I'm 30, okay, but I've also been doing this for like 10 plus years now. So I wanted it to kind of a little bit more aged, but like, I can't really explain what in my mind I was going for, but like, it made sense to me. So the weathering continues down. There's lots of dots and lots of detail, okay? Comes down, and the fluke area is identical both sides. So now, that being said, these are both gonna get, or no, this one's gonna get full sequins and the other one is gonna be probably just plain. I might put some tulip dots on it just as a little bit of texture, just a little bit something interesting to look at when you're up close. What does this mean? Okay, so all three of my sponsored mermaids have their own promo codes, and using them you can get 10% off in my store. So my online shop, as I said earlier, is shopvancouvermermaid.com, and I currently have one tail, which is the purple tail. As of filming this, is still available. It may not be anymore, I don't know. So that tail is still available to be custom sized. It is already pre-printed, so there are some limitations, but it is up there right now. I also make and sell mermaid leggings on there. So as you saw earlier, I have my whole collection of mermaid leggings here. But yeah, so those girls get that as well. In being a sponsored mermaid was that I made a tail for each of the girls at cost. So so I didn't charge them for any of the time that it is taking me to make these, and a lot of my life is being dedicated to this right now. So much time. I'm very excited to get sewing them, because that's the part that, like, once the train is kind of going, I'll just blast through them, hopefully, as long as my machine doesn't poop its little pants again like it did with my last tail, which was fun. Boy, that was good. Anyways, So yeah, that is the big update. I have been waiting forever to make this video. I actually got sick the week that I was supposed to bring these in to have them printed. And life is just happening, and I wasn't gonna film, but keeping myself occupied has been a good thing. We have some family things going on right now, and it's not good. And filming is just keeping me like really preoccupied, so it's good. And just busy so that I don't really think about stuff. Anyways, so all that being said, I would love to know what you think. If you like the new designs, if you're excited to see me put more tails up for sale. The tails that I will be putting up for sale are gonna be custom slots. I will not be making a generic design that I sell for now. I might choose to do that in the future, but for now what it'll be, you'll see a listing go up and it'll probably be like an example tail only, and then it'll be a custom design where I actually work with you. Now of course I do have artistic say if I think something's gonna look better and improve the design. That is something, because this is art for me. I have to feel like, you know, I'm fulfilling my life's purpose, whatever. Anyways, but there's lots of back and forth to make sure that you're happy with the design, that we're both on the same page, and yeah, so that's how that all works, and that is what is up with the sponsored mermaid. So you're gonna be seeing more of that. I'm hoping to do a swimming video of the 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. When all the tails are finished. It's going to be super exciting. And on that note, I would love to hear what you guys are thinking about all of the updates in the mermaid community with fabric tails now becoming more of a thing. I know I talked about it in my last video, which I've hopefully posted before this one, otherwise this makes no sense. But I would love to hear what you guys think about all of the new fabric tails that are being released everywhere. It is a super exciting time for fabric mermaid tail users. I am super pumped to see that people are really starting to give them a chance. It's a really good thing to see. And of course, if you are interested in my Patreon pod and want to have more behind the scenes look at what I do a monthly behind the scenes video for my patrons over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Vancouver Mermaid. There is a link in the description box down below. And I do polls and stuff for different tiers to give opinions and feedback on what I'm doing on my mermaid channel and stuff like that. And so definitely worth checking out. And of course, if you like this video, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss any of my mermaid adventures. And thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Happy swimming, and see you later. Bye!